What's good, everybody? Welcome to yet another exciting day on Revv Network TV. My name is Marumo Gallants, stands for everything exciting. And in this exciting fixture that we have in front of us, I forgot my intro. Ish. Yeah, I forgot my intro. That's because I haven't used the intro in a minute. But yeah, today we have Mamelodi Sundowns versus Marumo Gallants. Now, of course, this is the match that was supposed to be the opening fixture of the 2026-27 league season. Yeah, that was supposed to be the opening game, but it was due to the unforeseen situation of the situation with Jaden Adams. So the team had to postpone the team to so that they can be able to moon. But this fixture has been long overdue, and finally today we're gonna be getting that opportunity to see what's gonna happen. And remember that Mamelodi Sundowns is trying to get to number one. Let me check the log actually before I talk too much. But what I know is that Mamelodi Sundowns is currently number 7 in the log right now, which is a very beautiful sight for me to see. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with Mamelodi Sundowns being number 1, and I think I mentioned this. Sorry, the other time I said that I'm happy because it is really it has been long overdue for us to see. I don't know, so Mamelodi Sundowns is definitely might be on top of the log. They might be on top of the log at the end of the day. Let me check. I think that, but actually, let me confirm. What's going on with the PSL website actually? Why does it look like this? But yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns is currently sitting at number 7 with 4 points. So if they score a lot of goals today, then they might potentially be on top of the teams, right? They might be on top at the end of the fixture today. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section. Firstly, do not forget to vote for the team that you think will most likely be taking today's game. But you can also use the poll. You can comment. You're gonna need to subscribe in order to comment, which brings us to the second thing, which is please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, so that we can take it to 60,000 subscribers. We are almost there, right? We are almost at 60k subs. But let us look at the lineup. Where's the lineup? So that is the current lineup for the two teams that are currently playing. We have Williams, the number 1 choice goalkeeper for Mamelodi Sundowns. Of course, we have Koza, we have Modau, who is starting to be one of my favorite players. And like I said, I've made a very big mistake of not being too tuned into the other teams. I've just been an Orlando Pirates man for this time. But yeah, Modau is starting to be one of my favorite players. Then we have Basedian, we have Kekana, there is Mukwena. Bimukwena, I think Bimukwena also scored a very important goal for Mamelodi Sundowns the last time they played, and I think they were playing against Kaizer Chiefs. I think he is the man who scored a very important goal. There's Ubas, and then there is Matthews, right? And on the side of Marumo Gallants, we have Lako, the goalkeeper. We have Kunene, we have Lutuli, we have Mabuza, Rikoto, Madiba, Sikakane, Ngube, Ndlondlo, Otladisa, and Manaka. So these are currently the people that are going to be battling it out today for these two teams in the PSL. Now, there's a recent announcement that was also recently made, and that is the quarterfinals of the MTN8, the semifinals. Is it the semi? Yeah, the semifinals. The semifinals of the MTN8 are going to be playing this Saturday, and I think it was announced either a day ago or today. I'm not sure. But between yesterday and today, it was announced we're going to have Orlando Pirates versus the Kukune United on the 22nd. Then on Sunday, we're going to have Mamelodi Sundowns versus Golden Arrows. Then on the 29th, we're going to have the second leg of Orlando Pirates and Sikukune. And then we go back to the second leg of Golden Arrows and Mamelodi Sundowns. And the way it's looking right now, it might just be the situation that we might get Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates at the MTN8 finals. And honestly, I don't think we were actually ready for all of this action, especially at this time. I feel like it's still way too early. It's gonna stress us, but I think we can take Mamelodi Sundowns at this point. I feel like Orlando Pirates is really at a better position to battle it out with Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know what the results of that fixture would be, but obviously I'm betting on our boys at Orlando Pirates. Judging by how Mamelodi Sundowns has been performing in the past few games, I don't know how they're gonna be performing today, but judging by how they've been performing in the past few days, it is really put me in a state where I'm just like, I feel like whatever team is willing can actually take Mamelodi Sundowns, they've came back twice. They've had 2 games whereby they came back very late. I remember the first they came back against TS Galaxy. It was almost the end of Mamelodi Sundowns. They almost lost that game. They were behind by, I think it was 2 goals, if I'm not wrong. They were behind by 2 goals and then they came back. I don't know. So that was a close one, but they also came back to a draw against Kaizer Chiefs earlier on. But I don't know about Marumo Gallants. Honestly, Marumo Gallants is not really looking like a threat to Mamelodi Sundowns, according to me, because they don't even have a win this season. No win. They haven't won even a single game. So I don't think they can be a team that can trouble Mamelodi Sundowns. I think that's gonna be where Mamelodi Sundowns will be scoring a lot of goals, right? I think there's definitely gonna be that match for Mamelodi Sundowns. They haven't won any game this season. They had a draw against Kruger United, which is questionable because Kruger United is a newly promoted PSL side. And then they lost against Stellenbosch United recently, a very bad loss actually, 3-1 loss against Stellenbosch United. So they are not really in a position where I can be concerned and say that Mamelodi Sundowns might be going down. I think Mamelodi Sundowns is still going to be on top of this game, and I think they will also be scoring a lot of goals. I think this will be a very high scoring affair for Mamelodi Sundowns if they are serious, because sometimes teams can come into the fixtures that could potentially give them a boost in terms of their goal differences and stuff like that, and then they end up not like using that opportunity wisely. So Mamelodi Sundowns is given that opportunity. I know Marumo Gallants is not an it's not a small team, but it's not a big team either, in a sense that I don't think it can trouble Mamelodi Sundowns. And remember that this is a team that is currently operating in Northwest. It is currently using the Royal Bafokeng Stadium. So yeah, Northwest kind of has like this bad luck with teams, right? Not a lot of teams that that use Northwest really perform well. And I think actually recently, I don't want to talk about Platinum Stars. I don't think Platinum Stars was that bad. It's just it's just said what happened to Platinum Stars. But with Marumo Gallants, I'm just concerned that since Marumo Gallants is in Northwest, what's gonna happen? It's like this place has like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not talking bad about Northwest, but we got a PSL team, got knocked out. No support was given to the team whatsoever. I'm just hoping that things become different for Marumo Gallants, in a sense that I'm hoping people will actually be supporting these guys, right? They will be supporting this team, and by support I mean buying the tickets to their home games, attending their home games, because that is how these teams are able to stay afloat. That is how these teams are able to generate income. Not what happened to Obi. That one was way too. That one was bad. The fact that Obi was struggling with support, they struggled with funding, they struggled, they had a very small stadium, but they're not the only team that is using a small stadium, so I wouldn't make that an excuse. You understand? I feel like if they could have fought to stay in the league for another season, things could have been a bit better, but yeah, I hope Marumo Gallants stays put in the league and they don't go out, they don't get relegated. So please also do not forget to subscribe, vote for the team that you think will be winning. If you think Mamelodi Sundowns is gonna win, vote for Mamelodi Sundowns. If you think Marumo Gallants, also vote for Marumo Gallants. And if you wanna be a supporter of this channel, you can join our membership. Yeah, it's simply easy like that. I think I've shared the lineup. If you haven't shared the lineup, here is the lineup on your screen right now. One interesting thing that is currently has happened, right? I remember not even this weekend, I think on Monday I was with a couple of friends of mine, and then we had a conversation, and one of them mentioned Lodge, right? They mentioned Lodge. They said Lodge was rumored to be in talks with Kaizer Chiefs, that he was going to be coming to Kaizer Chiefs. And, we don't know. But I think I saw something today that said that move is not happening or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm still waiting to see. I think only Kaizer Chiefs can be the team that really tells us what the situation is. So, yeah. Well, just here, but I'm very skeptical about Lodge coming back to South Africa. I don't think he's gonna be coming back here anytime soon. I think he's having a very good time playing abroad. I don't think he's gonna be coming to South Africa. I don't think so. But yeah, one thing also to be happy about is that Pitso Mosimane is now the head coach of Bafana Bafana, which means that from now on we are gonna be definitely a very different beast when it comes to national competitions, which gives an opportunity, which means that we might be taking AFCON this season. I hope so. But yeah, that is the situation. Let me know, what are your thoughts in the comment section. What are you thinking? Who do you think is gonna take this game today? Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns is gonna remain the dominant team that they had been in the past years? That is the question. That is the question. And I've mentioned my thoughts on that. But let me just jump over to the score prediction. And remember that, as I've said, I actually still believe that Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be able to easily take Marumo Gallants if they are serious. At this point, it is literally up to Mamelodi Sundowns if they want to win this one or not. If they are serious and they want to take this game, I think they can easily take Marumo Gallants. I think so. I think they can be able to take Marumo Gallants. But the issue with these big teams is that whenever we overhype them too much, whenever we feel like, yeah, they got this going, whenever we feel like there's an easy one for them, they usually just ruin things at the end of the day. They ruin that chance, they ruin that opportunity. But Mamelodi Sundowns came close to losing 2 times. If we see them coming close again today, I think I have my answer. If that happens, I think I know that I stand with Mamelodi Sundowns. There's no way they're gonna be winning it, but I know that they're definitely not taking this league. I wanted Orlando Pirates to be the team that takes the league again. I wanted to be Orlando Pirates to be the team, but I think this is gonna be a very difficult one for them. In a sense that I'm still waiting to see how things will be looking after 10 games. I think for me that's where it's better to judge. But I've been looking at Kaizer Chiefs, I've been looking at Orlando Pirates. These are the 2 teams that, according to me, kind of have like that opportunity of, I think Kaizer Chiefs has an opportunity to either take the league. I know it's a very, very, very big long shot, right? But as a non-Kaizer Chiefs fan, as a person who watches Kaizer Chiefs, who doesn't invest a lot of his feelings into Kaizer Chiefs, I feel like they can either, come close. If they don't take the league, they can maybe, get to being number 2 in the league. I'm not taking the league, it's gonna be Orlando Pirates for me. But I think they might be giving us a challenge. Especially I've been looking at Kaizer Chiefs. There is a player in particular, and for Kaizer Chiefs, I think it is, that player for Kaizer Chiefs, Mteto. I was watching Kaizer Chiefs and I was like, Kaizer Chiefs actually, it's kind of cooking, man. It's cooking. It's cooking. People are like, Kaizer Chiefs is the worst team, it's not gonna do anything. And I'm like, guys, the problem is that you guys are invested. It's not wrong. But me as a person who's not a Kaizer Chiefs fan, but I'm watching Kaizer Chiefs, I'm like, but there's a bit of improvement from the Kaizer Chiefs of last season. I know it's still way too early to tell, but there's a bit of improvement. Even during the last season, there was a lot of improvement from the previous one. So it's just gonna keep on, going up. Be patient. Kennedy says that it'll be an easy win for Sundowns, bro. 5-0. Wait, where's my sound effects? It's my sound effects. Need my sound effects. There's a sound effect that I'm looking for. Here's my soundboard. Yes, here's my soundboard. Okay, I wanted to play that. 5-0. 5-0. I don't know. Hey, 5-0. I don't know. But I know it will be an easy win for them. But I'm still skeptical about Mamelodi Sundowns' ability after the previous fixtures. But I know they are capable of doing that. They've beaten bigger teams with scores bigger than that. So I think they are capable of doing that. But I'm very skeptical with them, basically, with Mamelodi Sundowns and how it is in this season. I think they have that capability, but I'm still skeptical if they can pull off that win right now. But only time will tell. I think it will be an easy win. Yes, that I do believe. But I do not know about 5. But you might be right, because I look at Gallants losing 3-1 to Stellenbosch. But Stellenbosch is not an easy team. And the tendency of these big teams when they play against smaller sides, they come in the game flat-footed. That was the saying that I learned from a friend of mine. So I think they come into that game like that, and then at the end of the day, it kind of really usually backfires. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think they are capable of, without a doubt, Mamelodi Sundowns is definitely going to win this game. It's definitely going to win this game, because Marumo, honestly, it's just okay, man. It's just okay, but not enough to take Mamelodi Sundowns. They can't do it. They can't do it. But 5-0, I'll just say there's a 30% chance of that happening. A 30% chance of Mamelodi Sundowns scoring more than 3 goals. For me, I think there's a 30% chance here. I think maybe they can get 2-0. But there's a possibility of them getting up to 3. But 5, I'm very skeptical. But this is Mamelodi Sundowns, right? That's Mamelodi Sundowns. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. But they have the capability. They do have the capability. Just another update on the situation concerning Sihle Nduli. I think it was recently, actually, not previously mentioned. It was recently mentioned that Sihle Nduli might be missing the games. I think they said 4 months, if I'm not wrong. So he might be away from the team for 4 months, which for me is a very sad thing. That such a very bad tackle happened so early into the season. It's too sad to see, but unfortunately that's a situation we are working with. He might be out of the game for the next 2 months, 4 months actually, not 2 months, for the next 4 months due to the injury that he suffered in that game. But I feel like they need to do something about all of these things. You get it? I feel like they need to do something. And when you hit somebody like this, you must be banned also. You must be banned, man. Because at this point, I feel like people are just playing way too reckless. I feel like people are playing way too reckless because they know that at the end of, even if you get a red card, you will be suspended for like 2 games, if I'm not wrong, and then you're still gonna come back. So I feel like the punishment needs to be way too harsh on people that cause this type of injuries, because it seems like people are just doing it these days. People are just doing all of that. So they need to ban people, man. We need to take this way too seriously. The game is about to begin. If you haven't seen the lineup, this is currently the lineup of the game that is about to play. If you haven't voted for the team that you think is going to be winning today between Marumo Gallants and Mamelodi Sundowns, please do so by voting in the poll that is on your screen. Also, feel free to share your thoughts on the game, to share your thoughts on who do you think is going to be winning this game. If you think it's Mamelodi Sundowns, let me know. And also share your score predictions. How do you think the score is going to look like at the end of this game that we are about to watch? How do you think the score is going to look like? Feel free. It's a completely safe space. And yeah, let me just wait for the game to begin. But yeah, I'm going to be supporting Marumo Gallants today as a Northwest side, and in a sense that I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping for a miracle. I think I mentioned earlier on that, actually not earlier on, recently, that if Mamelodi Sundowns was to take the #1 position, it's going to be a hassle to take them out of that position. It's going to be a very, very, very big job to do, taking Mamelodi Sundowns out of the #1 spot. So I'm just gonna hope for a miracle, and I hope that Marumo Gallants really performs a miracle today. That is what I'm hoping for. It's not gonna be easy, but I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I think that's one of the things that would really make me happy. But Mamelodi Sundowns, these are the CAF defending champions, but they almost lost to TS Galaxy. So maybe Gallants can finish off where TS Galaxy started. So yeah, please vote, please share your thoughts. And Luleka, what's good, Luleka? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I'm still hoping that Gallant surprises me. I know it's a long shot. It's a completely long shot, but come on. I'm one for taking risks. As long as it doesn't involve my money, then I'm okay. But I'm one for taking risks today, and I'm gonna take this risk on Marumo Gallants and say that I just hope they take this one. I just hope they take this one. I just hope they take this one. Mamelodi Sundowns is still, I'm still doubting Mamelodi Sundowns at this point. I'm still a bit skeptical about Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm still a bit skeptical, but I just want to see Mamelodi. I was worried about Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates at the finals, but I think that will be a very big game. So early into the season, it's gonna be a very big game, and I want to see. I know Orlando Pirates have always troubled Mamelodi Sundowns in the past. They have been that team that have been troubling Mamelodi Sundowns. When everybody was scared of Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates was the team that always made sure that we stick with Mamelodi Sundowns. Lulek says that if Marumo Gallants wins, I will be happy. We are together there. That's what I want to see also. That's what I want to see. Me, I just want to see that. You see, when it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns, the thing is that Mamelodi Sundowns is making themselves part of the conversation they were never part of, as the they are now part of the big three. I don't want the big three. I want the big two. That's what I'm looking for. I'm okay with the big two. Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. Do you know how great of a season it would be if we finally have a chance to settle that score one more time, right? To decide who is the better team between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. That's why I always say Kaizer Chiefs being in, performing well, being at their peak. For me, that's a very beautiful sight to see, because it means that our competition is now worth it. We have worthy competition. That's the of competing with Chiefs when they are down is really not, for me, it's really not. I'm not okay with that. Not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. So I wanted to see Kaizer Chiefs at their peak. That's what I want. I want them to perform well. When they perform well, when we beat them, we can celebrate in peace. You get it? I don't want the situation of saying you are celebrating because who and who does not perform well. Lilepo doesn't do. Where's Lilepo anyways? Is he still at Kaizer Chiefs? I don't know if he's still at Kaizer Chiefs, but the game is currently underway. Please log in your votes in the comment section, in the poll. Let me know, who are you going with? Who are you going with? For me, I just want Marumo Gallants. As I said, as a Northwest person, I just want Marumo Gallants to be able to take this one. As a person who is staying in the Northwest, I'm okay. Luleka says that I'm a Orlando Pirates fan, so Sundowns have to lose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We are currently in the same, exactly what my thoughts are. I don't want Mamelodi Sundowns to come towards the top. I don't want them to come towards the top because they're just gonna ruin things. They're just gonna ruin things. So I'm okay with Mamelodi Sundowns being wherever they are. I'm okay with that. I can definitely live with Mamelodi Sundowns not being part of the top 3 anymore. There's definitely no top 3, it's top 2. One thing about Mamelodi Sundowns also is that I don't know why they do not have fans as a team that has been constantly winning the league like this. Actually, Mamelodi Sundowns kind of reminds me of Man City, except for the part that Manchester City kind of has like a lot of fans. The thing with Mamelodi Sundowns is that I think people always believe that switching sides was a gamble. There are people that switch sides. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are people that left Kaizer Chiefs, that left Orlando Pirates, and joined Mamelodi Sundowns because Mamelodi Sundowns was on a run, right? So there are people that left their teams and joined Mamelodi Sundowns, but it's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of them that said that we are gonna join the winning side. I'm happy that people stayed because we are about to witness a shift. We are about to witness that shift in this competition. So if you switched over from Kaizer Chiefs or from Orlando Pirates to Mamelodi Sundowns, it's time to go back because that reign is over. But yeah, we're currently 2 minutes into the game. 0 Marumo Gallants, obviously 0 Mamelodi Sundowns. We have the MTN's fixtures happening this Saturday and Sunday. I think I'm gonna be able to handle them, but if you don't see me live, if you don't see me live, just know that I'm busy. But I hope I will be able to handle the games on this Saturday and Sunday. But if I'm not live on Saturday, then I'm gonna be live on Sunday, or I'm gonna be live, like that. Sundowns baggies week. They make mistakes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Sundowns used to be, even honestly, when it comes to the last game that they played, guys, I was looking at Sundowns, and one thing that I used to love about Sundowns is their passes, how they play passes, how they play the ball, how they are not afraid of passing the ball right inside of the opposition. Like that's the Mamelodi Sundowns that I used to enjoy. But the one that I saw against Kaizer Chiefs, man, it was just way too, I don't know what was going on with Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know. That's why I'm still saying that I'm still a bit skeptical about Mamelodi Sundowns. They have that capability of being a very dangerous team. Okay, Mamelodi Sundowns with an opportunity inside of the penalty box, a kick saved by the goalkeeper, an earlier on attempt by Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns again. Marumo Gallants forced to play the ball back. So as I was still saying, I'm still believing that they have they don't have that, man. They don't have that element that we used to fear. They don't have that anymore. So I just want that from Mamelodi Sundowns. If they can just give us that element, they're gonna make football very interesting to see. Give us gameplays. This is a watch along, guys. We're not allowed to stream games on social media or anywhere. The stream will be taken down. So as it says on the title, as it says on the thumbnail, it's a watch along live stream. That's why I'm in the picture there. Means that I'm gonna be here. You get it? But yeah, that's basically it. There's no way I can stream the game because it will be taken down. You understand? Mailula will score. Where is who's this guy who scored last time for Mamelodi Sundowns? Was it Mkhuliso? The one who got a brace. I think maybe he might score Mailula. We will see. Ooh, Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. That was a nice save by Marumo Gallants. One thing about Mamelodi Sundowns is that it has a lot of players, man. This team has a lot of players. It's a pretty tough competition to be playing for Mamelodi Sundowns. Because you are competing with people, you know, people who have experience, who have capabilities. So going to Mamelodi Sundowns, I also see, look at, okay, I think you are right about Mamelodi Sundowns' back, their defense, right? Because I just witnessed something. They made a very crazy pass to the goalkeeper. That almost cost them a lot. But yeah, I think you have to fight extra hard to be able to compete at Mamelodi Sundowns, especially looking at the fact that you're gonna be fighting against the likes of I'm still worried about Saleng. Where is Saleng? Where is Saleng? Is he injured? Because I saw people saying that Saleng is injured. What is he injured for real? Is he injured for real? But also that's one player that I'm always crying for. I feel like he had so much potential. But like that break that he took while he had issues with the team, that really cost him something. 6 minutes into the game, 0 Mamelodi Sundowns, 0 Marumo Gallants. A free kick for Mamelodi Sundowns. I just witnessed we have Mokoena down. Okay, he's fine. Honestly, I think Mokoena will also be a very what is this? A very key player today, especially after the last game. I think he saved Mamelodi Sundowns the last game. Problems with the team. Yeah, with Saleng, I think he had problems with the team. That whole situation, it really killed everything in him. And I think physically and also mentally. Ooh, Mamelodi Sundowns with an attempt, landing straight in the hands of the goalkeeper. That is Lako with the save for Marumo Gallants. The issue of Saleng, honestly, at this point, I saw a podcast. I did not really get to see the whole episode. But I don't know what exactly that lady was saying. I don't know who that lady is, but I think she is the agent or she works for the team or something. And he mentions that there was never an offer for Saleng to go to Al Ahly like we thought. And the reason our minds were like really everywhere, it was because the team at that point was really not trying enough to put our minds at ease, because we were in the situation where we were desperately trying to understand what is going on with Saleng, right? We were in that situation. We just wanted to know what is going on. Why is Saleng not playing? And the team was not saying anything at that point. It was just a complicated situation, honestly. It was just a complicated situation. But yeah, I think that is really what took a toll on Saleng. I think that situation is what really took a toll on him. And we don't know if he will ever be the same again. That's the messed up part. Thank you so much for answering that, Luleka. That I can't show you the game. And I think I've answered you, Gert. I think I mentioned that we are not allowed. That's why you are not seeing anybody streaming the game. It's simply that. The game is on SABC, actually, if you want to watch the game. I think it's on Wait, I might be wrong. I don't know. But I'm watching on Super Sports right now. I'm using DSTV now. Are they going to win? When you're saying are they going to win, I'll just say Tom. Your name is very long. Tom, when you're saying are they going to win, are you talking about Mamelodi Sundowns or are you talking about Gallants? But I'm just gonna answer anyway. I think obviously if you're talking about a shot from outside of the box from Mamelodi Sundowns, that was Obas with that strike from outside of the box, but unfortunately it was a bit of target. I think you are probably talking about Mamelodi Sundowns. I think Mamelodi Sundowns might win, but do not take my advice for betting, guys. I don't do that. But yeah, in this competition, I feel like Mamelodi Sundowns is the bigger team. So it's possible that they are going to win. More chances are in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns. Lungelo, welcome back, Lungelo. Saleng is not injured, only Sundowns is busy with killing his talent while most of the teams need to use him. The thing with Sundowns, I think it happens to everybody. They don't choose. I think they don't choose, because I think even Zungu was once at Sundowns and then there was the same situation with him where he did not get game time. The thing about Mamelodi Sundowns, they don't want their players to. I think in business, right? And I'm gonna use this in reference of the likes of Facebook and what is this? I don't know, man. There's this website that Facebook. I think it was a messenger. It was a messenger thing, you know. I don't remember the name of it. MySpace. I think it was an issue of MySpace and Facebook. So I think Mamelodi Sundowns is performing that whole situation when it comes to football. Wait. Gallants' goalkeeper is doing something crazy. How did Mamelodi Sundowns not score a goal with the goalkeeper outside of the poles? Sundowns. That was a missed opportunity. But yeah, I think they are doing such a thing, right? Because sometimes in business, if for an example you want to own the social media space, and then there is a competitor, for an example you are with Facebook and then there is Twitter that you want to take out of the market, you buy Twitter and then you just don't use it. You understand? You buy Twitter, you don't upgrade it, you don't update it, you just make it worse so that people cannot have it. Can be the only, so that you can be the only person in that market. I think Mamelodi Sundowns is performing the same situation in terms of players. Sometimes I think they are buying these players so that they can keep them here. For an example, if Saleng is causing them problems at Orlando Pirates, they buy Saleng and they keep him here. They know that -1 problem. That's what I think. But Mamelodi Sundowns, honestly, people who are still agreeing to go to Mamelodi Sundowns at this age, it is because of the money. But I think they should know better, man. That Mamelodi Sundowns, they're just gonna bench you. They're just gonna bench you. I haven't seen Reynes this season. On top of that, I don't know if he's still with the team even, but they bench you. They don't play. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. That also allows you to comment, because we are combating people who are commenting a lot, spamming the chat and whatever. So if you want to comment and be part of the conversation, please subscribe. Thank you so much, Aluleka, for doing that. Please subscribe. And yeah. So that's my issue with Mamelodi Sundowns. Saleng, honestly, I feel like he was a better fit with Orlando Pirates. I miss seeing Saleng play for Pirates. I don't know what the issue with him and Pirates was, but I'm very sad that he had to result in him ending up leaving the team. I felt like he was one player who had a very long history with Orlando Pirates. Some people are still speculating it was the issue of money, but honestly, I feel like he was a much better fit at Orlando Pirates. I would have loved to see how he would perform right now alongside Apolis, for an example. I think I would really, I would have, it would be a duo that we would enjoy seeing. I think it would be a duo that we would be enjoying. He's only 28, and that's a very critical age. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Matthews with a missed opportunity. The thing is that 28 in terms of football is really not a good position to be in. You know, being 28 and being Ooh, Marumo Gallants with an attempt saved by Williams. 0 Mamelodi Sundowns, 0 Gallants. There was an attempt from Marumo Gallants. Troubled the defense there for a moment. As I was saying, I think 28 in terms of football, it's such a fragile age. It's such a fragile age because you're approaching your 30s, you know. I think for a lot of players, once you get at around 30 something ish, you struggle. It's not a lot of players that are able to keep up after 30. It's not a lot of those. So I feel like at this point he was building something, man. I felt like he had captured a lot of people's attention before all of those issues. I feel like he could have just kept on until he could reach a position where he can renegotiate his contract. I don't think the team was gonna refuse because we know how important he was to the team. But hey, too much politics when it comes to football. Too much politics when it comes to football. But with Mamelodi Sundowns, a part of me was happy seeing him go to Mamelodi Sundowns, right? Because imagine how things would have been if he would have been relegated along with with Obi. And playing for a team like that doesn't have a lot of experienced and good players is a problem because everybody expects you to change the game. Everybody expects you to score. Everybody was expecting Obi to all of the sudden now start winning games because Saleng is there. So I feel like that was way too pressure on him. And the Mamelodi Sundowns move for me, it was a situation where I felt like he's really getting that opportunity to regain his momentum. But unfortunately, like me, I thought he was the next superstar at Paris. He was literally the superstar. He had made it there. He was not the next one. He had made it there. We knew that we have Saleng. He was one of those players we knew. He had already made that position. He was this for me and a lot of people. I feel like we knew that Saleng was the superstar at Orlando Pirates. And I remember how they used to play him with Rele, right? Before Rele became way too dangerous like he is. But I feel like his absence in the team, I feel like Saleng's absence in the team paved the way for Relebohile Mofokeng. I think that's the situation. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Mudawu with an attempt. The defense says no ways. And I think it's going to be a corner kick, but there's a bit of an injury on the side of Marumo Gallants. I think his absence, I'm talking about Saleng again. I think Saleng's absence when it comes to Orlando Pirates really paved the way for Relebohile Mofokeng because it gave him a moment to shine. A lot of times we would see Rele going out for Saleng or Saleng going out for Rele, but when they were together, they were such a great duo. Adam, welcome back, Adam. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? You've been away. You've been away, Adam. Hey, you've been away, man. You've been away. Mamelodi won the game, will win the game. I'm from Tanzania. Yeah, I think Mamelodi Sundowns, honestly, it's welcome back from Tanzania. Okay. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Ooh. That is the first goal from Mamelodi Sundowns. Wait. That was Mamelodi Sundowns with the first goal of the day, putting themselves ahead of Marumo Gallants. How Gallants? Yes, you're already suffering goals earlier like this. That is a goal by Koza, a defender anyways. That is Koza scoring that goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. I think it's an own goal actually. It's an own goal because there's a bit of deflection there from I think it's a bit of an own goal. But nonetheless, we have Mamelodi Sundowns putting themselves in the lead of Marumo Gallants. It has begun. It has begun. So it begins. But it's still too early. 21 minutes into the game. Thank you so much for pulling through, Zukari, from Tanzania. It's nice to have people from different countries here. It's very nice. It kind of reminds me of the World Cup. I had people from different countries. Adam says that I took a rest because it was my birthday, and we also go to the beach in Morocco. I think you also, it was after Morocco had been knocked out. I think that was after actually we saw you before that. But yeah, it's nice to have you back, man. It's nice to have you back. I saw that Morocco is gonna be hosting the World Cup also this year. Some of the games of the World Cup are gonna be played in Morocco, so you must be very excited for it. Bongani Dube says that Sundowns is winning. Honestly, it's gonna be there. It is obvious. It is obvious that Sundowns is gonna win. But honestly, if Marumo Gallants can win, it would make me happy. But I know it's gonna be a very, 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 very crazy situation. If that happens, it's gonna be a crazy situation. But we remain hopeful until the end. Okay. One for Soul says that Manje Bovu. Another attempt from Mamelodi Sundowns off target. One Soul, guys. There is no show in the game. As what I said, there's no show in the game. The stream will be taken down. It's not allowed to show the game. You get it? It's not allowed. I'm sorry. There's no show in the game. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. Bongo Trending. Who else? Don11. Thank you so much for also yesterday. What up stream? Who scored? It was who's this guy? Koza is the one who scored the first goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, coming from a set piece situation, a corner kick. I'll be pulling up. No problem, man. No problem. Actually, it's not a lot of people that I've seen from the World Cup. It's not a lot of people that I have from ever since the World Cup. Because also, honestly, even me, I was so tired after streaming the whole of the World Cup. I think we all needed the rest at that point. So I recently started streaming. I think I started streaming about a week back, if I'm not wrong. But honestly, it's not a lot of people from the World Cup that I've seen. I think you are the second moderator to pull through after the World Cup, after Zev. Yeah. The second goal will be between 20 to 25 minutes. It's almost 25 minutes. It's almost 25 minutes. We'll see. But Mamelodi Sundowns is very much capable. Muda, come on. That was almost the goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. It almost the goal. But I think okay, let me keep quiet until 25 minutes. We'll see if that pulls through. Please stop asking the same question. He can't show the game. People are asking that question. People always ask that. I didn't. Here it's too much. Like with PSL, it's a problem because my cousin is here. I couldn't do much with it. Okay. But yeah, I think you are the second person to pull through after. I'm not sure if you are the second person or the third person. I don't know, but I haven't seen a lot of you guys, especially the moderators after that. But I get happy to see you guys here. But yeah, Morocco will be hosting this year, so we will see. We shall see. I remember during the World Cup, I don't know why I didn't check the next host countries. Okay, Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Mamelodi Sundowns. Wow, goalkeeper. Mamelodi Sundowns again with a rebound inside of the penalty box, trying to make the second goal. This is the Mamelodi Sundowns that I enjoy watching. The one that is not afraid of playing the ball in front of the opposition, right? But that attempt was blocked by Lako of Marumo Gallants, who is currently the goalkeeper in this very exciting fixture that we are watching. But yeah, that is the situation. Mamelodi Sundowns, I like what I'm seeing. Okay, Marumo Gallants with an attempt. Marumo Gallants inside of the penalty box. Mudau to the save. Okay, Mudau is performing very well, man. Wait, Mudau. Okay, that's not the same Mudau that we saw from the World Cup. A strike from Marumo Gallants misses at the post. Off target. But yeah, that's not the same Mudau. Mudau is down. Mudau is down. The reason I'm mentioning is that I remember the World Cup. I complained a lot about Mudau in the first game. Yeah. Okay, Mudau is down after such a nice play. After such a nice build-up from Mudau, he is currently down, and we have the medical team attending to Mudau. For me, I feel like Mudau deserves to be a man of the match sometimes, because he's always active. It's always active. But yeah, he is down. The staff is currently attending to him to see if he is okay or not to continue the game. Okay, we have Mudau on his feet. We are good. We are good. We are good. So, looking at the votes, right? We have over 470 votes currently. And out of those 470 votes, 20% is saying Marumo Gallants and 80% is saying Mamelodi Sundowns. If you haven't voted for a team that you think will win, take a moment and do so. And also please subscribe if you haven't. We are trying to reach 60k subs. That is the goal. As the goal, trying to reach 60k subs. We need 10 subscribers to reach 60k. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, take a moment to subscribe. The game is currently okay. We are continuing 27 minutes into the game. Mudau is in his 30s, but he's performing, honestly. He's performing better than a lot of players. It's impressive. That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot of players that can be able to handle the pressure after 30. After 30 is not a lot of players. Maybe early 30s, but 35 upwards. That's why we are still very much impressed by Cristiano Ronaldo, because it's not a lot of it's not usually we see players still playing, especially Ronaldo and Messi. The reason we are seeing them still playing, scoring and all of that, that's why it's impressive, and that's why they are still being considered as the best players to ever, play football. The thing is that it's not like there are no players that are not performing in their 30s, but the way these two have been performing, it's rare. It's rare. They can outperform the young players. So yeah, it's impressive from Mudau, honestly. It's impressive. That's where experience counts. That's where experience counts. I don't know why I think 30 is such a very, very big age. I don't know why I think 30 is such a very, very big age. I don't know. I don't know. I always believe that people who are 30 and upwards are older, but unfortunately, I think I might be wrong, because I'm almost reaching that stage also myself. But we have officially crossed the 10,000. We have actually crossed 10,000 views. We have crossed 10,000 views. Thank you so much to everybody who has watched this live stream so far. The goal is to reach 20 before the end of the game. 20k. The goal is just to reach 20k before the end of the game and 60,000 subscribers. We are now currently left with 6 subscribers to reach 60k. So let's get it done. Messi's 39, Ronaldo is 41. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, those guys are older guys. In those ages, it's not always we see people in those ages performing the way they are performing. That's why we are still saying these are the best players we have ever witnessed. But Ronaldo is about to retire. And it's crazy because we expected that to happen, especially after the World Cup. We were like, we know Ronaldo is going to retire. But the moment that was announced, I was like, hey, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. The end of one of the greatest eras in football is about to... who are we going to be watching after Ronaldo and Messi? Who are we going to be watching? Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box again. Marumo Gallants to the save. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession again. A strike saved by the defense. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession again. Saved by the defense again. Saved by the defense. Marumo Gallants is really switched on when it comes to this defense today. Switched on. But they need to back this up with goals. They need to back this up with goals. We see they are capable of defending, but we need goals. Goals, Marumo Gallants, goals. It goes. We have officially passed 500 votes currently. So 20% says Marumo Gallants, 80% says Mamelodi Sundowns. Who scored? The person who scored is Kaizer. I don't know if he had me. Kaizer is the one who scored that goal for Mamelodi Sundowns. Oh, yellow card. Who's getting a yellow card? Cause the goal scorer. Are you getting a yellow card? Honestly, who's getting the yellow card? Yes, Malibongwe Khoza, the goal scorer, has just received the first yellow card of the game. What exactly did he do here? Ow. There's not a yellow card moment. He had the ball. Others referees are just giving away yellow cards now. But yeah, that's the situation. It was Khoza who scored, assisted by Ubas. Thanks so much for subscribing, Siv Bulaweni. Yeah. So guys, sometimes this robot does not tell me everybody who subscribe. So if you subscribe, then your name doesn't appear in the chat. Please know that I still appreciate you. It's this robot that doesn't always tell me the people that have subscribed. Free kick for Marumo Gallants outside of the box. What's good, Camila Silva? What's happening? Free kick for Marumo Gallants. This is way too far from the position. I know that there's not really much that can happen. Ooh. Nice attempt from Marumo Gallants. It's not a goal, but nice attempt from Marumo Gallants, saved by Williams. Williams to the save. Who's this? Sikwani. Is this? Wait, let me check the name. Sikakane. Yeah, that was Sikakane with that attempt for Marumo Gallants. Honestly, it would be crazy if they can just score a goal, 1 or 2. Marumo Gallants, if they can just score a goal or 2, that would be very, very exciting for me to see. I just want to see Mamelodi Sundowns stressed. I don't understand this language, Camila. What are you saying? When you are saying success, what are you talking about? Please let me know. I'm lost. What are you talking about? I know it's a different language because I can see like the translation still says success. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession 33 minutes into the game. 1 Mamelodi Sundowns, 0 Marumo Gallants. Let me just give you guys a rundown of the statistics of the game so far for the last 30 minutes. Let me just update you with the possession and everything. We have 74% possession for Mamelodi Sundowns and 26 for Marumo Gallants. 8 total shots from Mamelodi Sundowns, 4 total shots from Marumo Gallants. Honestly, this is not way too bad. 4 shots is not like 0 shots. You get it? 4 shots is not way too bad. So I think this is still a pretty good position to be in. And then we have 5 shots on target by Mamelodi Sundowns, 3 shots on target by Marumo Gallants. It's not too bad, honestly. It's not that they are within the game. They're actively trying. But this is the concerning statistic: 14 touches in the opposition's box by Mamelodi Sundowns and only 2 and only 2 by Marumo Gallants. They've been trying from outside of the box, but it really makes a lot of sense because Mamelodi Sundowns got them on lock. They got them on lock on the defense there. But I think right now they are just allowing themselves to be troubled by this defense. They're intimidated. Mamelodi Sundowns is playing the intimidation game. I think they can get through. I think Marumo Gallants has the capability of getting through, but they're just intimidated and they're trying from outside of the box because their recent attempt was from inside of the box and it almost went in, right? So if they can try to do a lot of those, then I think they can trouble Mamelodi Sundowns. I think they can do it. If they can do a lot of those, I think they can trouble Mamelodi Sundowns. For me, the person to be afraid of is Mudau. It's way too concerning for me. I think apart from that, maybe Kekana, but a bit questionable. For me, it's Mudau that is currently the player to fear in the defense when you are trying to attack. That is the only person. So they need to avoid the left-hand side and try attacking on the right. I think they should avoid the left-hand side and attack on the right, and maybe that could work for them. Mamelodi Sundowns with another build-up. Again, 36 minutes into the game. Will Mamelodi Sundowns be able to score a goal before we reach, what is this? Will we reach halftime? Will they be able to do it? That is the question at hand. That is my worry. Okay. Just an update. I just checked my statistics. So thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. We have officially reached 60,000 subscribers. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've been trying to reach 60,000 ever since the World Cup, actually. I've been trying to reach 60,000 ever since the World Cup. And the crazy thing is that I have gotten more subscribers streaming the PSL than I did with the World Cup. That's the crazy part. I've had more subscribers streaming. I think this is the 7th game that I'm streaming of the PSL this season, because I missed the opening weekend, right? I've had the most subscribers streaming PSL than I did streaming the World Cup. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. I was distracted by this. I just see Mamelodi Sundowns just substituted Mudau, and I think it was after that. What is this? I think it comes from that injury that took place. It comes from that injury that took place. So Mudau is currently, hey, Mamelodi Sundowns trying to score an own goal. Sundowns is trying to score an own goal here. Almost scored an own goal. But yeah, Mudau is currently out. That is due to the injury that he suffered. I don't know if you guys remember. So he was unable to continue with the he was unable to continue with the game. So they has to substitute him. Mudau. So yeah, Mudau is currently out. Honestly, I'm very concerned with the level of these injuries that we are seeing earlier on into the season, man. That's such a bad sign. And we already have players that are Moremi is not playing for Orlando Pirates. Nduli is not playing for Orlando Pirates. So I'm very concerned with this injuries that we are seeing in this season. Honestly, it's concerning. It's concerning. I'm worried. I'm concerned, actually. Not only am I worried, I'm concerned. I'm both at the same time. But I hope it's not too serious from Dow. I just hope it's not way too serious for him. Because it would be a shame, man. Come on. It would be a shame. 80% of the voters say Mamelodi Sundowns, 20% saying Marumo Gallants. We are still hopeful. I'm also still in support of Marumo Gallants, and I hope they should just surprise us at least. Need a reason to celebrate today. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession again. Why does it seem like Marumo Gallants is starting to stress Mamelodi Sundowns leading into this as we are about to close off the first half of the game? Seems like Mamelodi Sundowns is... Let's see. But honestly, I was expecting Sundowns to have scored at least 2 goals before halftime, which means that this is still a good sign for Gallants if they are serious. Long pass by Marumo Gallants intercepted. Mamelodi Sundowns again. But I feel like they're going to fill that position that was left behind. Okay. After Mudau was substituted. I think they're going to fill that because he was a good playmaker here. I think we're going to start witnessing the gap that he had left behind. And it might impact them negatively. I don't know. But hey, it might hurt Mamelodi Sundowns. Because remember, I mentioned that is the player that I'm worried about in terms of the defense also. But he's out. Let's see if Marumo Gallants will seize this opportunity to put in and to sneak in a single goal. Only 5 minutes until the end of this first half. 0 Marumo Gallants, 1 Mamelodi Sundowns. That is Matthews missing a through ball. Matthews missing that through ball, and it is going to be a throw in for Marumo Gallants. I want to see how this affects the table, right? Damn, it is looking beautiful. If Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't score like more goals and stuff, it's going to be very beautiful to see. They will be number 4. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. There was a bit of a scuffle there. I thought it was going to result into a penalty, but unfortunately, it's not even a foul. It's not even a foul. It's not even a foul. But yeah, if Mamelodi Sundowns fails to score more goals, they will be number 4, which means that Orlando Pirates still Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Strike from outside of the box. Ow. Almost stressed me there. There was Matthews with a ball off target. An attempt from Matthews, but it is off target. So as I was saying, I think if Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't score a lot of goals today, we are still safe in our number 1 position. And funny enough, Kaizer Chiefs is still safe also on their 2nd position. So Mamelodi Sundowns needs goals to dethrone these 2 giants. You know, Amazulu is still comfortably sitting at the number 3, due to goal difference. So Mamelodi Sundowns hasn't changed a lot, but I think I would enjoy this. The crazy thing is that we cannot say that teams from now on won't lose games. If we could have that, I think it was gonna be. But then again, that would take away the fun from the league. It would be boring if that was the case. But I just hope Orlando Pirates wins the rest of their games, man. We need this league again, and after that, we need the CAF Championship. Free kick for Marumo Gallants. 42 minutes into the game, we are about to head into halftime. There is a bit of a fight. What is going on? Marumo Gallants is fighting here. Who's this short guy who's trying to fight? How? They're trying to beat up Ubas. I want to see who's this guy. Andro trying to beat Ubas. What did Ubas do? What did Ubas do? I wanna see because I seen Ndro trying to start a fight with him. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How? Matthews now again is starting to enter it. A free kick nonetheless for Marumo Gallants. I think a bit of bad blood is starting to develop in this game. Marumo Gallants with a free kick intercepted, and it is going to be a corner kick for Marumo Gallants. 44 minutes into the game, we are approaching the end of the first half with Mamelodi Sundowns still in the lead. We are trying to see if Marumo Gallants will be able to reduce the lead at least. You know, still have a bit of minutes. 3 corner kicks for Marumo Gallants and only 1 for Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay. Another corner kick for Gallants. Right now, this is literally being given an opportunity. You get it? It's being given an opportunity. With the set pieces, this is their 4th corner kick of the game, by the way. Gallants saved by Williams. How many minutes have been added on? Mamelodi Sundowns with an attempt. 44 minutes and 45 minutes into the game. Through ball intercepted by Marumo Gallants. Marumo Gallants with a run. Let's see, Gallants. You are running the wrong direction. This guy is running sideways. It's running the wrong direction. It's running the wrong direction. Gallants, come on. 2 minutes of added time. You are running the wrong direction. How do you run the wrong direction like that? You're supposed to run towards the goal, not towards the coaches and the substitutes. Come on. Can't be running to the substitutes. But I think it's gonna end this way with only 1 minute left on the clock. I think this is definitely how it's gonna be ending. But with this possession, it's not looking good for Gallants. Usually, if it's just possession and there's no goal, I can usually say okay. like there's still room for something to change. But with this very high possession and a goal to emphasize that we have the possession, it's concerning. I don't think Gallants will be coming back from this. Maybe after halftime we will see. But I'm afraid Mamelodi Sundowns will come back even more aggressive after halftime. I think right now it's a situation of, we are missing a key player, so we have to continue without Mudau. Okay, an interception by Mamelodi Sundowns. Here is the run towards the second goal. Will Mamelodi Sundowns score a through ball inside of the penalty box? Mamelodi Sundowns again. Ow, Sundowns, so. And the referee says that it is the end of this first half. He's not looking for problems. The referee is not looking for problems, so it is currently the end of this this half. Currently the end of this half. Mamelodi Sundowns goes into the second half with an advantage of a goal. They still have 45. They still have a lot of work actually. It's not the end. They still have like a lot of time to kind of protect their win and maybe take it. But I'm still hoping that Marumo Gallants at least scores one, man. I cannot. Northwest teams usually struggle. I know it's not like a Northwest team from the beginning, but they're currently using Northwest as their home ground, and we are behind them. So it's concerning. It's concerning. But yeah, it is currently half time. Please take a moment and vote, and feel free to go into the comment section and let me know what you think of the first half. Share your thoughts and let me know what you think. Feel free. Let's talk. It's a completely safe space, as I've mentioned. Lulega says that, do you think Mamelodi Sundowns will come back? Oh, do you think Gallants? I don't know. I don't know because I want to see them come back. Actually, I want to see them come back. I want to say they will come back, but the statistics are just saying something else. The statistics are just saying something else, and I'm looking at the possession that Mamelodi Sundowns have held ever since the beginning of the game. I'm also looking at their attempts. Right, one thing I'm seeing from Marumo Gallants, I feel like they are trying a lot of chances out of fear of ruining. You understand? For an example, I feel like they do had a bit of opportunities where they could have made something of it, but they get scared that if we get too close to if we got close to the poles, maybe we might miss this opportunity or we might ruin it. So they try a lot to score from outside of the box. They're not trying enough to get inside of that opposition's box. So for me, I feel like that is something that is really that is really gonna be affecting them, because out of this whole half 45 minutes, they've only had 5 touches inside of the Mamelodi Sundowns' box. So that is my problem. I feel like they are trying to score from outside. They're trying to score from outside, so they need to get closer. Once they get closer, I feel like they can create chances, because I saw them with that attempt that was created after they got I think that was after they got a corner kick, right? They created such a nice chance, but it was saved by Williams. But if they can get more of those, then I'm telling you, one will escape and most potentially go through. How many subscribers do we have now? I have I know I've crossed 60K. Yeah, I have 60 over 60K right now officially. So I think I celebrated that. I had to celebrate that. There's no way I wouldn't have celebrated that. But yeah, still, I want to give you guys a huge shout out for subscribing. I wanted to reach, like I said, it was my goal to reach 60,000 subscribers during the World Cup. But I think I started the World Cup with 58 58.6, 58,600. That was when I entered the World Cup, and then after the World Cup I had 59,300. You get it? 59,300. So out of the games that I've streamed of the PSL, I'm already on 60K subs. Hence I said that I feel like with the PSL, the PSL have given me, not only the PSL, the recent games that I've streamed the PSL have given me more subscribers than the whole World Cup. Because with the World Cup, I was literally streaming each and every single match. I was up. It did not matter the time. And it was such a crazy time because I used to I used to sleep during the day, because you remember, for us South Africans, it's like it was not such a great World Cup for us, because we had to watch games at 3 a.m. We had to watch games at midnight. Some of the games even played at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. So it was a very complicated time for us. But because I was like, trying to expand this whole thing that I've been building, I was like, I don't have a choice. So I used to sleep during the day, during the World Cup. It was such a crazy time. I used to sleep only during the day. At night, I was awake. Almost, actually, every single game that played, I was live. Every single game until the end. So it was such a great time for me, because of the people that were part of the watch alongs. That's why we have moderators from around the world, actually. So it was such an interesting time for me to do, and that was where I kind of like found a moment to say, let me refine the way that I'm doing these live streams. In a sense, if you watch the World Cup, you would know that there was not really much of this me on the screen. You would hear me, but I was just like minimized down there and all of that. And I had a that's where I that's what I'm saying. That's how I refined the whole live streaming thing. That's why people advised me, increase the camera, do this, do that, do that, do that. And here we are. So I'm happy to take all of this experience and knowledge that I got from the World Cup, and then I'm bringing it back home to the PSL, where everything actually started. So the PSL have always been very interesting for me to see. With the World Cup, it was honestly, I was trying. Because remember, there were a lot of people that were doing World Cup watch alongs. There were a lot of people that were doing those watch alongs. And for me, as somebody who never done international matches, to receive, because I think I left the World Cup with almost 1 million views. I almost hit 1 million views, living the World Cup. So that was such a what is this? Such an achievement. But I know with the PSL, 1 million views for a single season is something that I usually just pass if I'm serious and I'm streaming all the games. But yeah, that is just an update on that. But yeah, currently sitting, we have crossed 60,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. Thank you so much to everybody who has been here. One of the people that I always mention, that I've always seen, is like, I think it's Lungelo. Lungelo has been, I've seen him a couple of times actually during the PSL watch alongs, way before the World Cup and then after. So, and I always remember people. I try to remember people as much as I can, as much as I can. But yeah, thank you so much, to all of you guys who have actually been a part of this. I appreciate you guys, even the people who vote, even those who just quietly watch and are afraid of commenting, or they're just not comfortable with commenting. Thank you so much for that. Even if you are just watching and you don't comment, but you going on. Okay, yeah, I'm really sorry for that. I'm really sorry for that. I'm really sorry for that. I don't know why I had dropped frames there for a second. I was disconnected for a second, but we are back. We are back. We are back. And also, there was something also that really stopped me from streaming earlier on into the season. It was the issue of the internet. So I don't know what's going on, but I installed fiber and I think it's okay. Yeah, I think we are good. I think we are good. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for sticking around. But yeah, what are my thoughts on the first half of the game? I think, as everybody's watching, it is definitely looking like it's a Mamelodi Sundowns game. One concerning thing that took place in this first half is the issue of Mudau being injured and being taken out of the pitch. That is, I'm very sensitive when it comes to these injuries. I get very sensitive when it comes to these injuries. I get worried because I feel like it is still way too early, man. And it is actually literally way too early, because this Mamelodi Sundowns' third game. Even with Orlando Pirates on their second game, we lost the Sitlenduli. So I don't like these injuries that are taking place. I don't like injuries. I don't like injuries. But I think with Modawi it's much better. But with Sitlenduli, it's way worse. It's way worse because he's not coming back for some time, and we don't know how he will be after he gets better. But yeah, they said 4 months he won't be present in the team. 4 flipping months. So that is just from one game. So that's why I don't like injuries. One thing can put you down for 4 months. And the reason I'm still concerned also is we still have players. I think Moremi's situation was similar to Mdau. So I don't think we'll be seeing, maybe we might be seeing him, especially in the MTN8 fixture that is coming this weekend. I think it will be, if it's not serious, then we might get an opportunity to see him. But if it's serious, it means that he will also be among the players who are missing key matches because of injuries. That's what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes with Dawi it's okay, but I'm still talking about the issue of Sikhendule. I still say that I feel like some punishments needs to be a bit harsher, man, because people are getting injured. A person injures you and then they continue like nothing happened, and when you are down, there's nothing you can do. I think they should be suspended. They need to be harsher so that the game can become more beautiful again. But I understand that a lot of times it is not intended. I know that a lot of times it's not intended, but I think the injury that really took a toll on Moremi was the one from Ndlovu. Oh, yes, Ndlovu. 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 I think he almost ended Moremi's career, right? And I think it was during the last derby, and Ndlovu was just that's under 2.0. If you wanna see that's under 2.0, but it's not too bad right now. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But I feel like he has that potential that if he can get the right team, if he can get the right training, he can be like TLB. You know how TLB is, how he's able to tackle without hitting people, how he's able to tackle without getting a yellow card or giving away a foul. So I think a lot of our players need to get that experience, and I'm telling you, this PSL will be very enjoyable to watch. We're about to enter into the second half in 3 minutes. Right, we're about to enter into the second half in 3 minutes, but I'm still hopeful with Mamelodi Sundowns. I think they're still on top of this game. I think it's not gonna be easy for. I don't think it's gonna be easy for Gallants to take Mamelodi Sundowns. Remember that Gallants doesn't have even a single win this season. And that's their third game. They haven't won. One draw, one loss. They haven't won anything. And I mentioned earlier on, I said my concern with teams when they're entering into, especially if they are Northwest teams, is that I think there's something that's relegating teams in Northwest. So I hope they did not come to Northwest to be relegated. I hope they did not come to Northwest to be relegated. That is something that I'm concerned about. It would be crazy because I think the people of the Northwest were very excited to have felt like there was something that we have waited for a very long time, but it's getting difficult because right now we are forced to be supporting these different teams. You get it? We are forced to be supporting these different teams. We are not like getting a single team to support. I think we need to get a single team to support. So if Marumo Gallants can stay another season, I think it could really be the team for Northwest and its people. I think so. I think they can just stay within the league. Let's answer this quick call quickly, and I will be back with you in 2 minutes. Yes, guys. I'm sorry for that. Calls. But yeah, we are waiting for the second half to begin. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I don't remember what I was talking about. But nonetheless, I'm still hopeful for Marumo Gallants. It's concerning how they are looking. They're not looking pretty good, especially with the possession, 72% possession. for the whole 45 minutes, because it has been like this 70 something from the beginning of the game. So this is concerning, but they just need to score a single goal. They just need to score a single goal. I feel like if they can just get closer, I think if they can just focus on if they can reach Williams, because Williams makes mistakes. Williams, I am comfortable saying that I think if they get closer to Williams, they can do it. Williams makes a lot of mistakes, and I feel like he really struggles with this high intense saves. Sometimes he does that. So if his defense is already leaking because Mudawi is out, I think if they can just get past the line, then it's gonna be a one-on-one situation that can potentially give them a goal. So this is their chance to score goals. And I mentioned that. I said with Mudawi here, I feel like he is the one that's really stopping them a lot. And it's crazy that I think that goal, I don't know if it was an own goal, but the last touch for me, I felt like it came from Marumo Gallants. I think it came from Marumo Gallants. It might be an own goal, it might not, but Williams is not a threat to Gallants. If they're serious, they can sneak in a last minute goal. If they're serious, they can sneak in a last minute goal. They can do it. I believe in Marumo, man. I believe in them. I don't know why, but I believe in Marumo Gallants, because I don't like Mamelodi Sundowns actually. I don't want Mamelodi Sundowns to be number one now. I want them to be number one. So they must deny them a lot of goals. If they give them more goals, we are in trouble. It means that they're gonna be number one. Whether you like it or not. But they must deny them more goals. They must also score. Why does Mamelodi Sundowns have such a few fans? Why do they have such few fans? But you're about to enter into I'm sorry for that. We're about to enter into the final half of the game. Let me know your thoughts. What are your predictions for this second half that we're about to enter into? Who do you think is going to be scoring the next goal? Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be scoring the next goal? Or who do you think is going to be scoring the next goal? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. In the comments. Let me do this actually. I'm trying to sync the time so that the time goes well. We have a yellow card for Mamelodi Sundowns. There's currently only one yellow card in this fixture, and that yellow card was received by Kaizer, who also have the only goal in this game. But I see him trying. I see a bit of an explanation with the goal. The referee there, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm waiting for kickoff so that I can sync the time. All right. I think we are good. We are officially on the second half of the game. This is a moment for you guys to log in your votes. Right? You have this time to log in your votes. I see we have over 600 votes. 20% says Gallants, 80% says Mamelodi Sundowns. These votes have been standing this way ever since the beginning. But I know that the 20% is not only Marumo Gallants fans who are voting, it's also us as Orlando Pirates fans, because we are friends of Marumo today. Today we are friends of Marumo Gallants. When is Kaizer Chiefs playing their next game actually? Because they're not part of the MTN 8. So if they were part of the MTN 8, I think they would be playing this weekend. But let me see. When are they playing their next game? I think they're gonna... Let me check. But like I said, I still think without Mundau, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem without Mundau for Mamelodi Sundowns. But right now, I think they are better prepared to face Marumo Gallants without him, because it was unfortunate what happened in that game, but what happened earlier on in that half. But right now I feel like they are in a better position to handle it. Mamelodi Sundowns with an attempt from outside of the box, but it is off target. That is Obas. Obas is such a problem, man. Such a problem. Where does he come from actually? Let me check. Where does he come from? I don't know. Which team was he playing for? Because I don't think he was with Mamelodi Sundowns last season. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe he was benched, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me check where he comes from. Which team was he playing for? TS Galaxy. All right. Oh, he has been at Mamelodi Sundowns. Damn. He has been at Mamelodi Sundowns. I need to start watching Mamelodi Sundowns closely. So he has joined Sundowns in 2023. So that is like his third, if I'm not wrong, third season at Mamelodi Sundowns. That's the problem with Mamelodi Sundowns. They have a lot of players, man. A lot of players. I was checking Kaizer Chiefs is next. Hey. Allende is down. Is he injured? Okay, I think he's okay. I think he's okay. I think he's good. I think he's good. I think he's good. But hey, Kaizer Chiefs will be playing. Damn, we're not gonna be getting a lot of Kaizer Chiefs games, most. The 26th of August. Is it next week? I think it's next week. Saturday. Next week, Wednesday. So you're gonna be getting Kaizer Chiefs next week, Wednesday. Yeah, it's next week. Next week, Wednesday, we have Kaizer Chiefs and Richards Bay. I want to see which one is more challenging, man. Apart from the derby. Apart from the derby. Okay. Kaizer Chiefs are about to... Okay, there's also another derby next day. All right. Okay, yeah, Kaizer Chiefs will be playing on Wednesday next week. Remember that this weekend we have the MTN 8 action, the semi-finals of the MTN 8, the first leg of the semi-finals of the MTN 8. We are now currently sitting at 48 minutes into this game. 0 Marumo Gallants, 1 Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is still holding on to their lead, and we are still waiting for Marumo Gallants to issue a reply and maybe slow down Mamelodi Sundowns. For me, whatever does not give Mamelodi Sundowns the 3 points, I'm okay with it. 100%. I don't mind the draw. I don't mind the draw. So as long as they're not getting the 3 points, I'm okay. Hi, Bunafi. Hi. What's happening? So whoever does not give, if it doesn't give Mamelodi Sundowns the 3 points, it makes me happy. That is my motto for this season. As long as Mamelodi Sundowns is not getting closer to that goal of being number 1, I'm happy. Nobody's gonna take Mamelodi Sundowns down once they reach that position. They will reign until I don't know until when, but they have that tendency of staying on top. If they get on top, it's a problem. Marumo Gallants with a corner kick 49 minutes into the game. Let's see what Marumo Gallants does with this corner kick taken by Kunene. Marumo Gallants defended by Mamelodi Sundowns, but Marumo Gallants still retains possession, and it is going to be throw in. Yeah. Mamelodi Sundowns will score a second goal before 55 minutes. 55. Let's see. 55. That's like in 5 minutes. It's like in 5 minutes. Wait, Mamelodi Sundowns. Oh. Saved. Danko Gallants. They almost scored. Yo. I was about to disagree. They almost scored. Yo. It just needed that last touch. And it's gonna be a corner kick for Mamelodi Sundowns. And we'll see if they score, honestly. Nothing is off the table. We'll just wait and see. Or just wait and see if they will be able to score. Let's just wait and see. It seems like they're gonna be scoring soon. I mean, you might be right. Okay. Goal kick for Marumo Gallants. That one was a close one for Mamelodi Sundowns. I want to bet on Marumo Gallants FC. Do you expect them to win? Hey, realistically speaking, I don't think so. Realistically speaking, I don't think Marumo Gallants will win this game. I mean, if they could draw at least, I think that's the closest they can get to a win. I don't think they can. I think if they are lucky, they can get a draw. Get it? I think if they are lucky, they can get a draw, but I don't see them beating Mamelodi Sundowns. I doubt they can beat Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't think they will beat Mamelodi Sundowns. So if you are betting on Marumo Gallants, you must keep that in mind. I don't think Marumo Gallants is gonna be beating Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't even wanna lie to you. I mean, see, that happening will make me happy, but I don't think it can. It's realistic in this position. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I'm making that judgment based on the possession, based on the statistics of the first game, based on what I'm seeing also. I don't think it's I don't think it's something that can happen. I doubt. I doubt we can get that from Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't think so. Cannot lose to Marumo Gallants. I think they can lose to Marumo Gallants. So it's a very risky bet, that one. It's a very risky bet. So I don't know what to advise you. But according to me, I don't think Gallants will win. But that's just what I think. It doesn't determine anything. Anything can happen. So yeah. But I don't like giving advices on bets, guys. I think things change, man. Things change a lot. Things change a lot. So I don't, because I remember even when Orlando Pirates was playing against Amazulu, I was so sure that Orlando Pirates will beat Amazulu, but it ended up as a draw. So whenever you ask me these questions, just know that things change in football. There is no therefore. That is a very famous saying. In football, there is no therefore. So it can change any moment. But so far, I think it is a Mamelodi Sundowns game, especially after I saw Mamelodi Sundowns trying to double their lead there. Okay, Mamelodi Sundowns with another run. Williams with a cross straight to the goalkeeper. Why am I saying Williams? Matthews. This English names, ish. Marumo Gallants. I want to see if Marumo Gallants have enough speed through ball. Marumo Gallants. Nobody to pass the ball to. Strike from outside of the box, blocked by the defense. That's exactly what I'm saying about Gallants. It's like when they get closer to this goal scoring position, it's like when they get closer, man, they just mess it up. That's my problem with Gallants. It's like they're intimidated. That's my concern. I think if they can try approaching inside of the box, they can create better chances for themselves. But right now, they are not even trying to get inside. Once they think they have an opportunity or an opening, they kick. And this is Mamelodi Sundowns, Buffett. You have to be strategic when you're playing against a team like this. You have to be very, 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 very strategic. Throw in for Marumo Gallants 55 minutes into the game. So we don't have that one passing. It's not happening. It's not happening. Zukai. Yeah, Zukai. Just say Zukai. Guys. Your names are very difficult, guys, but I'm trying. Lutuli of Marumo Gallants is being substituted for Button, Leboham Button. Yeah, as a name. Still talking about weird names. That's the same name. So your usernames. So the thing about the chat, they don't show the names. They show the usernames. So your usernames are very hard sometimes. But yeah, 55 minutes have passed. So that one of Mamelodi Sundowns scoring before 55 is out of the picture. Marumo Gallants with an attack. Marumo Gallants struggling again to get inside the penalty box. There is a lack of creativity in the Marumo Gallants side, but it's normal. It's normal. It's very difficult to get somebody to pass the ball to for Marumo Gallants. They literally have nobody to give the ball to once they get closer to that opposition's box. It makes sense right now. They are scattered. but not in the right places. Marumo Gallants inside of the penalty box, saved by the defense. Marumo Gallants loses possession. Mamelodi Sundowns with a counter attack. A through ball by Mamelodi Sundowns. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Hitting the pole. Yo. Hitting the pole, but nonetheless, the ref had already said offside. And that was Khoza again with that attempt for Mamelodi Sundowns. Almost. almost. Yeah, that's what I said. It's over. 55 has passed already. So I said it's out of the picture, that one. We are no longer talking about that one. Another offside, but this time around it is the exact opposite. Marumo Gallants found inside of Mamelodi Sundowns' opposition, inside of Mamelodi Sundowns' box. Okay, but I still believe Mamelodi Sundowns will score the second goal. Nonetheless, I get it, but I still believe Mamelodi Sundowns will be scoring the second goal. I don't think they can fail to score the second goal. I don't think so. I think they will be scoring the second goal. I think they will be scoring the second goal. That's what I think. That is exactly what I think. Where are we with the time? 58 minutes into this second half of the game. No goals so far, but we have seen a few attempts from Mamelodi Sundowns. Another offside for Mamelodi Sundowns. Another one. Just to give you guys an update on the possession, we have Mamelodi Sundowns sitting at 74% of possession, with Marumo Gallants sitting at 26% of possession. 16 total shots from Mamelodi Sundowns, only 7 from Marumo Gallants. 5 shots on target by Mamelodi Sundowns, 3 shots on target by Marumo Gallants. 18 touches in the opposition's box by Mamelodi Sundowns, and only 7 touches in opposition's box by Marumo Gallants. So it goes back to what I was saying about that part of the game, that I do believe that Gallants could get an opportunity. They could build up an opportunity if they get closer to the goalkeeper, because I do believe that Williams is not such a very big threat. I don't think Williams is a big threat to Marumo Gallants. If they can just get through the defense, Williams is he's not like Peters. Peterson sometimes, actually, not recently, but sometimes he can make this dangerous saves, but Williams is not one of those. So if they can just get closer a bit, I'm telling you, they can score. Because remember that Williams also has an own goal in this season. I think he's one of the few goalkeepers. He's the only goalkeeper to have an own goal this season. Own goal by Williams, you understand? So it really speaks about his ability. Okimogwena, but why don't you show us the game, guys? I can't show you the game. Can't happen. I need to put a disclaimer at the top that this is not a stream of the game. It's a watch along. You get it? Because honestly, I think I'm answering this question a lot. Every second, guys, it's a watch along stream. That's why I'm saying. That's why when you see the video, you see my picture. It means that I'm gonna be there. But yeah, it's just a watch along stream. Okay, Mukwena. I'm not allowed to show the game. I can't. Not even Super Sport is showing the game, right? I mean, like on YouTube, Super Sport does not stream the game on YouTube. So yeah, are we getting substitutions? Tembazwani. Yes, there's 3 substitutions from Mamelodi Sundowns. Okay, let me just give you guys an update on the substitutions we are seeing. How many substitutions are this? Okay, Leon is going out. Brian Leon is going out for Bennett Mukwena. We have okay, Oh, Bennett Mukwena, I mean, is going out for Zuko Mdunyelwa. No. I'm confusing things. Matthews going out for Tembazwane, right? Yeah. Bennett Mukwena going out for Siandla Ndlovu, and then we have Basedean going out for Obrimudiba. Those are the three substitutions we are seeing from the side of Mamelodi Sundowns. 30 substitutions at once at 60 minutes into the game. Let us see what change these substitutions that I just brought in will have on the game. We're still waiting to see substitutions. I think there's only been one substitution from the Marumo Gallants side. But I think it goes back to not having a lot of options. A strike from outside of the box from Marumo Gallants. Did Williams touch that ball? I'm trying to see. Taras Ndlondlo with a shot from outside of the box. Okay, I thought Williams had touched the box, but no, he didn't touch it. So it's going to remain. Oh, Mamelodi Sundowns trying to give a goal away to Marumo Gallants, but unfortunately they didn't take that opportunity. They didn't use that opportunity wisely. We still have 1 Mamelodi Sundowns and 0 Marumo Gallants. 62 minutes into the game. I'm still waiting to see if Marumo Gallants will be making any more changes, but it's like the downsides of being a smaller PSL team is Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box hits the net from outside. Hitting the net from outside. So I'm still saying that those are like the downsides of being like a smaller PSL team. You don't have a lot of good players that you can experiment with. You take out this one, you take out this one. So the players that you usually start with are your best. Those are your best players. So you don't have a lot of freedom in who you change, who you take out, what you do, you cannot. So I think that is the downsides of being a smaller PSL team. In most cases, you look at the likes of Orlando Pirates, they can take out, change players at will. And then you are playing against that team. They are taking out good players. They are still putting in players that are good. So you are now stuck with that fact that, we're going to have to play the rest of the game with the people we started the game with. So I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of substitutions from Gallants. I think maybe we might see one, but it's a risk for them to be changing players at this stage of the game. It's a risk. Mamelodi Sundowns with an attempt. Marumo Gallants is trying, honestly, but they should just try to get a single goal. Because I still say that I don't think they can win. But if they can fight hard to get a draw. Free kick for Marumo Gallants. What went wrong? A tackle from behind. They are fighting. What is going on? Oh, it's a tackle from behind. They're trying to fight again. It's just Tembazwane. Tembazwane does not learn. From what he witnessed in the World Cup, he's still tackling and fouling people like this. Remember Tembazwane was I think he was the first player to get a red card during the World Cup. He shouldn't be fighting, man. He shouldn't be fighting like this. So Marumo Gallants used to fight to just get a goal to equalize. And that's it. A win? I don't think they will be getting a win here. Oh, Gallants. Yo. Gallants giving away possession to Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Saved by the defense. Such a beautiful save from Marumo Gallants. I thought it was a goal, that one. I was convinced it was a goal. I was convinced it's a goal. I was convinced. I was convinced it's a goal. Wow. Such a beautiful save from Gallants. Stopping Tembazwane there. Mamelodi Sundowns again with a push towards the goal. Need to stop Mamelodi Sundowns by any means necessary, Gallants. 66 minutes into the game. Will we be getting another goal? I think Gallants just needs to equalize. One goal alone is enough. That's what I'm still seeing. A single goal is enough. Mamelodi Sundowns with a through ball. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the box. Ooh. Mamelodi Sundowns with the second goal of the day. 2 Mamelodi Sundowns. 0 Marumo Gallants. That's Mailula, if I'm not wrong. I think that's Mailula. Yeah. Somebody mentioned that Mailula will be scoring. Somebody said Mailula will be scoring. That was Mailula. Who mentioned that in the comment section? I saw somebody saying that Mailula is going to be scoring a goal. There we have it. There we have it. There we have it. Such a powerful strike from Mailula, putting that goal behind the net, putting Mamelodi Sundowns 2 goals ahead of Marumo Gallants. Tembazona was the second player to get a red card. Sitolo was the first, but where's Rines? Yeah. I think okay, I get it. But he should have learned something because he got the game on a goal on the first game. I was asking about Rines earlier on, Bobby. I was talking about Rines earlier on, and I think it goes back to the conversation that we had that it's Mamelodi Sundowns. There are a lot of players in the team. There are a lot of players in the team. So when you have your moment to shine, just take it and make peace with it. I think he's one of the players that is suffering that whole situation because I think he was a very capable player. Or he's on leave after the World Cup. I don't know. Because I think it's the first time I'm also seeing Themba Zwane this season. I might be wrong, but I think it's the first time that I'm also seeing Themba Zwane. Yeah. I was asking about Reynes, actually. I was asking about where is the Reynes? But Mamelodi Sundowns has a lot of players, so they don't need to. I think they don't reuse a lot of players season by season. It's a cabinet reshuffle. It's just like the ANC. They keep on switching players. Williams is one of the constant players at Mamelodi Sundowns because he's the goalkeeper. So they're not taking chances with him. A lot of times they're just switching around. I think this is not the season for Reynes. Maybe we might be seeing him moving forward, but I don't know. 69 minutes into the game, 0 Marumo Gallants, 2 Mamelodi Sundowns. Let me see what this does to the PSL log, actually. Because I think that's one of my biggest concerns. Mamelodi Sundowns with another attack. A through ball by Mamelodi Sundowns. We might be seeing the third goal here. We might just be seeing the third goal. Okay, playing the ball back. So let me check how this really actually affects the table. Let me check how it affects the table. Because I feel like that is my concern here. That is my concern here, man. With these goals that Mamelodi Sundowns is scoring, they are getting closer and closer to dethroning all of us, right? So right now, since Mamelodi Sundowns is sitting at 2-0, they have dethroned Amazulu. They've pushed Amazulu to being number 4, and right now we have them being number 3. They need 2 more goals to dethrone Kaizer Chiefs. 2 more goals, and 3 for Orlando Pirates. So let's see. I don't think they can be scoring. I think they can be winning 4. I want Mamelodi Sundowns to stay down there, man. I don't want them anywhere. They are fine here. But I know next week, Tuesday, we will be having Kaizer Chiefs going back to number 1 if they win their game, since Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates will be focusing on the MTN competition. Kaizer Chiefs has the opportunity to just take number 1. Okay, a substitution, finally, from the side of Marumo Gallants. 2 substitutions. All right. Let's see. That is Cindy Sikunene going out for Tapelo Dludlu, and what's this? Beki Mabuza going out for Komuto Marebane. So those are the 2 substitutions from T8. Marumo Gallants. Why did I say TS Galaxy? I feel like this substitutions are a bit late for me. Because remember I was talking about how they are not like change. They need to change. Need to change players. But maybe we might be seeing a bit of a change with these two players that just came in. But I doubt they can still win. A win is still not in the table on the table for Marumo Gallants. And I'm starting to also rule out a draw because I was saying that if they can at least get a draw, but with the current state of the game and the current score, I don't think even a draw is going to be possible. They've struggled ever since the beginning of the game to score a goal. I don't think they can be scoring now. I don't think they can be scoring now. 72 minutes into the game with just a few minutes left. We have 18 minutes until it is the end of this half. I doubt they can be able to score 2 goals. 3 goals, but I just hope they score even a single goal. That will be enough for me. We can just get 1 goal from Marumo Gallants. Because this is going to be also a bad loss after they had lost 3-1 to Stellenbosch recently. So they should be trying to stop themselves from conceding goals. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box, saved by the defense. That was Mamelodi Sundowns trying to score another goal. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession again. Mamelodi Sundowns. All right, playing the ball back. So they should avoid conceding more goals. Not only for their sake, but also for the sake of us Orlando Pirates fans and Kaizer Chiefs fans. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. Forced to play the ball back again. But this is the Mamelodi Sundowns that I've missed, that I was talking about. I'm saying that Mamelodi Sundowns that's not afraid to play the ball to players that are in tough situations, you know? That is not afraid to take risks. Not the one we saw against Kaizer Chiefs. That Mamelodi Sundowns was way too disappointing and embarrassing. But I'm happy that we are seeing that Mamelodi Sundowns that was winning the league back again. Mamelodi Sundowns playing the ball back again. 73 minutes into the game. 2 Mamelodi Sundowns, 0 Marumo Gallants. Mamelodi Sundowns currently sitting at number 3 in the PSL log table. It's a problem, but it's okay. I can live with it. Being number 3 is okay. As long as they are not number 1. My problem is them being number 1. Marumo Gallants. How do you miss that header with a missed opportunity to put in their first goal? Marumo Gallants inside of the penalty box. It's going to be, is it a corner kick or it's a goal kick for Mamelodi Sundowns? That was a missed opportunity by Marumo Gallants. They just needed to complete a header and they could have had at least 1 goal. But unfortunately, as I've said, the standings of the table, we now have Mamelodi Sundowns being number 3. They need 2 more goals to dethrone Kaizer Chiefs. 2 goals to dethrone Kaizer Chiefs. That's what they need right now. So I don't think they will be taking number 2 or number 1 today. I think in the future they might be doing that, but not today. Mamelodi Sundowns inside of the penalty box. There is going to be a corner kick at 75 minutes. They haven't had a lot of corner kicks ever since the beginning of this game. I think this might just be their 2nd or 3rd corner kick. They haven't had a lot of corner kicks. The team that has just been being given these opportunities to score is Marumo Gallants, but they haven't used any of those to their advantage. That is my problem with Marumo Gallants. They could have scored with all the corners and free kicks they had. This many set pieces, honestly, could have made something out of those set pieces, but they haven't scored. Mamelodi Sundowns with the corner kick. Are they playing it short? Yeah, I was correct. It is their 3rd corner kick of the game. Mamelodi Sundowns. Ow! Gallants missing a critical save, resulting in Mamelodi Sundowns taking the possession, but it is a shot off target. That was Obas with a missed shot. We have another substitution from Mamelodi Sundowns. What is Mamelodi Sundowns trying to do to this boys? What is going on? Oh, Sundowns. So many substitutions. That is Cassius Mailula being taken out, being substituted. Cassius Mailula being substituted for Kutrano Leshaku. So that is Leshaku replacing Cassius Mailula, the man who scored I think he scored the second goal. Yes, he scored the second goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, putting them 2 goals ahead of Marumo Gallants. He has just been taken out. Mamelodi Sundowns substituting again, but I do not see Reynes still. You know, I don't see Reynes, guys. Even 10 minutes. Reynes is not getting even 10 minutes. Or Saling. Somebody, man. Somebody. Mamelodi Sundowns with another push. 14 minutes left for Marumo Gallants to score 2 goals if they want to equalize. Just for a draw, not even for a win. They only have 14 minutes against Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns still switched on in the defense. They are not taking any chances. Ball back play to Williams. Right now, I'm happy that we have Sipo Chaine being the only goalkeeper amongst the top three teams to be having a clean sheet again. You know, here's a clean sheet again. Let me see the first game actually, how they played. I don't remember how they played their first game, but I know that he has kept he has a clean sheet from the last game they played against Shippa United that they played this weekend. So I'm happy with Orlando Pirates. I want to see their first game because I couldn't watch their first game. Couldn't even stream that watch along for that game. I want to see how they played there. I want to see how they played. I want to see how many clean sheets Sipo Chain has this season. Okay, 2 clean sheets. All right. Yeah, he has 2 clean sheets so far. The opening game 2-0. Then they considered a goal against Devon City, against Amazulu. Yeah, 2 clean sheets. Ooh, Mamelodi Sundowns with an attempt. That was a nice save by Rikuto for Marumo Gallants. That was almost a corner, but the last touch belongs to Mamelodi Sundowns there. The last touch belongs to Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's not going to be a corner kick for Sundowns. It's not going to be a corner kick. So 2 clean sheets for Orlando Pirates so far. 2 clean sheets. Let me see Kaizer Chiefs. I think Kaizer Chiefs has to have a clean sheet at least. Do they have clean sheets? I think they have to have a clean sheet. Marumo Gallants trying again to get a single goal. They just need 1 at least. They don't need a lot, man. This thing of being beaten 2-0. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. But let's see if Kaizer Chiefs is holding any clean sheets so far. Okay. Wait, what? Kaizer Chiefs have lost. When did they lose? Wait. When did Kaizer Chiefs lose? Oh, it was a friendly. Okay, it's fine. I'm looking for the league. Why are you giving me friendlies? Kaizer Chiefs haven't lost the game. All right, it's fine. They have a clean sheet. Okay, they have 1 clean sheet. 1 clean sheet for Kaizer Chiefs. 1 clean sheet for Williams. Does he have clean sheets? I don't think so. 1 clean sheet for Peterson. Yes, Brendan Peterson with 1 clean sheet. Sipo Chaine with 2 clean sheets. He's on his way to taking that again. But I'm very concerned about him. Sometimes I get worried. I get worried. We're currently sitting at 780 votes. 21% says Mamelodi Sundowns. 79% says Mamelodi Sundowns, and 21 says Marumo Gallants. They still think Marumo Gallants has a chance. I don't think they have a chance. With 10 minutes left in the clock, I don't believe they have a chance of doing anything. I don't think so. An attempt by Marumo Gallants landing in the hands of Rowan Williams. I don't think they have a chance at this point. I don't think they have a choice. I don't think they have a chance to do anything. Mamelodi Sundowns with an attack again. Mamelodi Sundowns almost made a very sloppy mistake. Lucky enough, Marumo Gallants is not that switched on. Marumo Gallants needs to lock in. Because I see opportunities that could give them a goal, but then again, they are nowhere near the ball. They need to lock in. A nice interception by Marumo Gallants. Here's an opportunity for Marumo Gallants to initiate a counter-attack, a run on the right. Marumo Gallants, will they be able to get inside of the penalty box? That has been their biggest obstacle ever since the beginning of this game. Okay, Marumo Gallants inside of the penalty box, but instead of shooting the ball, they are just passing it straight to Pete Williams. Where did I speak about Peterson? They're passing the ball straight to Williams, and I see Williams with the time-wasting tactics there, trying to stress Marumo Gallants. That's such a stressful situation. You see people wasting time when you're trying to score your first goal. 8 minutes left until the end of the second half of the game. Mamelodi Sundowns still 2 goals ahead of Marumo Gallants, and they are also still leading with everything else. Not only the goals, they are also leading with the possession, still sitting at 74% of possession, with Marumo Gallants sitting at 26%. So you can tell that not a lot has really changed ever since the beginning of the second half. There's not really a lot that has changed. Not a lot has changed. Not a lot has changed. So they're still trailing behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and they still don't have a chance to do anything. Still do not have a chance. Let's just hope they don't score a 3rd goal or the 4th goal. Mamelodi Sundowns with a through ball, a nice interception by Marumo Gallants. Why is Marumo Gallants waking up now? Why are they starting to wake up this late? I mean, they had all of these chances. Right now, I see them. I'm very impressed with their defense so far, but why are they starting to wake up now? Why? They've already considered 2 goals. Marumo Gallants giving the possession back to Mamelodi Sundowns. Very easy. Very easy. Giving the ball back to Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns with a through ball, nicely intercepted again. That's what I'm talking about. They are now switched on. Why did they give the ball so easily to Mamelodi Sundowns earlier on, man? 84 minutes already. Almost 84 minutes left. 84 minutes already have already been used up. There's only 6 minutes left until the end of this impressive game. Only 6 minutes left. Let's see what Marumo Gallants will do at this point. We know there's not really a lot of options they have. At this point, I just do not want them to concede any more goals. I just want them to prevent Mamelodi Sundowns from scoring any more goals, to prevent them from being, I don't know, I'm obsessed. Why I'm so obsessed with the log table. It's still way too early, but Mamelodi Sundowns being on top of the log is a bad sign. Marumo Gallants. The thing about Marumo Gallants is that they are not communicating just like Mamelodi Sundowns. Everybody just stays put, man, until it's too late. Because you see, with Mamelodi Sundowns, you see them already grouping themselves when they have an opportunity of initiating an attack. Immediately you see a Mamelodi Sundowns player having the ball, you already see 2 or 3 players already positioning themselves to receive the ball. But I'm not seeing that same energy from Gallants. I'm not seeing that. With Gallants, it's just like that. If you are trying to initiate an attack, you are on your own. It's always that situation. That's why it has never been easy for them to get inside of the penalty box, because once you initiate that attack and then you are closer, who do you give the ball to? You get it? Because they're already on you, so who do you pass the ball to? That is the problem with Gallants. There's literally nobody to pass the ball to once you approach the box. Nobody is like positioning themselves well enough to receive the ball. Nothing. Substitution for Marumo Gallants. Another substitution from Marumo Gallants with only 4 minutes left into the game. I think this is the third substitution. That's Otladisa, Katlego Otladisa going out for Thabiso Mkhwanazi. Mamelodi Sundowns with a run. A free kick for Mamelodi Sundowns. Not too far from the box. Not too far from the box. 3 minutes left until the end of regular time. We are about to enter a very critical moment. This is where we see how many minutes have been added on. I know usually it's 3 minutes. Not expecting anything but 3 minutes. So I just hope Marumo Gallants at least holds on until the end of the game. I just hope they hold on until the end of the game. Do not concede a goal. Mamelodi Sundowns inside. Inside of the penalty box, nicely saved by the goalkeeper. That's Lako to the save, stopping that attempt from Ndlovu. The first one was saved by a deflection. First one was saved by a deflection. That is Lako saving what could have been a third goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, but nonetheless, it is going to be a corner kick. There's Mamelodi Sundowns' fourth corner. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession again. Lako to the save, rescuing Marumo Gallants from conceding a third goal. At this point, Marumo Gallants. That's what I'm going back to what I said. Marumo Gallants is not in sync, guys. It's not in sync. They don't position themselves for opportunities. Even when they have the possession, there's nobody moving towards that goal with the person who has the ball. Literally nothing. Everybody just running from behind. One person attacking, always. I think that is going to be their biggest downfall. Because they are playing against Mamelodi Sundowns. They're treating Mamelodi Sundowns like it's a team like Obit or Magezi, for an example. I don't know why they are treating Mamelodi Sundowns like this. I think they forgot that Mamelodi Sundowns are like the African champions at this point, the CAF championship title holders. Mamelodi Sundowns with another attempt to go and put in the third goal. Think they will be forced to play the ball back at this point. We are approaching the final. We're actually on the final moment of the game, final minute of the game, till we see how much time has been added on. 89 minutes into the game, we are almost at 90 minutes. Mamelodi Sundowns again with an attack, through ball by Mamelodi Sundowns, intercepted by the defense. And it is going to be a throw in for Mamelodi Sundowns. How many minutes have been added on? That is the question. I don't think it can be more than 3 minutes. Okay, I was right. I was right. Exactly 3 minutes have been added on. Okay, Marumo Gallants. This is exactly how they could have been playing all along. Right now, I'm starting to see a bit of life, and it's already too late. A header, missed header by Marumo Gallants. You know, what I'm seeing right now is Mamelodi Sundowns are taking together. That's the type of energy they could have given us the whole 90 minutes. Marumo Gallants inside of the penalty box. That struggle prevails again, where we do not see enough players to receive the ball. Mamelodi Sundowns with the possession. It is over, guys. Here, Mamelodi Sundowns should just not score the third goal. I'm very happy that they've played this is their third game. I don't like I don't want such teams to have like a game in hand like they did. I don't want that. I don't want that. How? Right now they're just wasting time. Right now they're just having fun. They're just having fun. This is a perfect opportunity for Marumo Gallants to score at least a single goal. 91 minutes into the game. We are now on the 3 minutes of extra time. Long pass by Marumo Gallants, but I see Mamelodi Sundowns is already waiting. Through ball. Corner kick. That's supposed to be a corner kick. What did I see? Wasn't that supposed to be a corner kick for Marumo Gallants? Okay, this is definitely a corner kick. All right. Corner kick for Gallants. Played short. Gallants with an attempt. Saved by Williams. It's over. It's finished. Williams is even wasting time. Hey. Williams is wasting time. Oh, it's done. But they tried. And it is going to be at the end of this game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Marumo Gallants. So that's the end. That's it. I think that's the moment we take a look at the table. Just to give you guys a recap on the stats, we have 74% possession to Mamelodi Sundowns and 26% to Marumo Gallants. 20 total shots from Mamelodi Sundowns, 9 for Gallants, 7 on target, Mamelodi Sundowns, 4 for Marumo Gallants. Then we have 32 touches in the opposition's box by Mamelodi Sundowns and only 14 by Gallants. That brings me back to what I was saying, that I feel like Gallants is really not trying enough to get inside of that box. I feel like they could have had opportunities to get inside of the box. Let me just wait for the man of the match to be announced. I always miss that part. I don't know why. Always miss that part. Okay, the man of the match is Allende. He's the man of the match. Finally, I got the man of the match. I always miss the man of the match. But there is Allende getting the man of the match. Getting the man of the match award, right? I was about to say, I think I need to look at the table. I think it's better if we just check the table for now, because there is movement, obviously. There's movement in that, and that comes from Mamelodi Sundowns. That comes from the game right now that we just witnessed. Let me just fix my camera actually, so that I can be able to, I fix the cam. So let us just take a moment and check the table quickly before I end the live stream. Remember that I've just mentioned the man of the match is Allende. Right? So this is what happens right now with Mamelodi Sundowns winning this game. They're now sitting with the same amount of points with the top 3 teams. Before Mamelodi Sundowns, it was the top 3 teams. It was Orlando Pirates, it was Kaizer Chiefs, and then it was Amazulu. So Mamelodi Sundowns joins into those top 4 teams right now. So with Mamelodi Sundowns now currently the top 4 teams with 7 points. The only difference is within the goals, which we have Orlando Pirates now sitting at +5 goals, while we have Kaizer Chiefs at +4, and now Mamelodi Sundowns joins into the +3 goal difference, which is the same amount of goals with Amazulu. So Amazulu is not in a bad position, honestly. It's not in a bad position. I still think Amazulu is still a bit impressive in this season. They're still impressive. They are not way too bad. But we have Mamelodi Sundowns now forming part of the top 3 teams, which is something I did not really want to see. But nonetheless, we have them now forming part of the top 3 teams in the log table. An impressive stats is that all of them are currently sitting at 7 points. I'll just say top 4 to not take out Amazulu, but in terms of the CAF qualifications, they are now currently part of the top 3, right? It's impressive for Amazulu to be here, honestly. I hope they can keep up this momentum, because if they can really push this until the end of the league, I feel like they will be in a very good position to be part of the top 5 if they can keep up with this energy. As I've mentioned, my concern with a lot of teams like Amazulu is that a lot of times they start very well, right? They start very well, they have like the right energy for the season, and all of the sudden they just start deteriorating at very critical moments. They start dropping points at very critical moments. I hope they keep this up, honestly. I think if they can keep this up, then they might just be part of the top 5 at the end of the season. I'm still waiting to see who else will be part of the top 5. I'm still waiting to see that. I see right now at number 5 we have Sikukune, and then we have Milford, which is very impressive, especially looking at the fact that they are the newly promoted side, but they are on top of Stellenbosch FC. Hear it? Milford, newly promoted side, on top of Stellenbosch FC. They currently have 6 points. Stellenbosch only has 4 points. So I'm still waiting to see who will be joining into this competition. Right now being at the bottom, which is something that I did not want to see. It's Marumo Gallants at the bottom. It's Marumo Gallants. But I think this season I will just be okay with Siwelele being knocked out, because it's also one of the worst teams in this competition. For me, I think they got lucky last season. I think this is one of the worst teams so far. They don't have any win. They've lost 2 games and had 1 draw, right? Similar to Marumo Gallants, actually. Marumo Gallants have had 2 losses and 1 draw only. They do not have a win at all, right? So these are the teams right now. Even Kruger United is sitting at number 14. Wait, my guess is gone. I almost asked where my guess is, but yeah, that is the current update of the PSL log table. This weekend we're gonna be having the MTN8 action, which means that the team that will be fighting to be number 1 is none other than Kaizer Chiefs, because they're gonna be playing the games, and the following week, on Wednesday they're gonna be playing a league match. They're not part of the MTN8, you understand? So the teams that are gonna be competing for the MTN8 won't be competing for the number 1 spot for now, until I think the end of the MTN8, which is something that I saw Coach Wadu do with Orlando Pirates last season. And I remember we were concerned with Coach Wadu. This is the moment. It's crazy that that's almost the similar moment that we were kind of in a situation where we are doubtful of Coach Wadu. Me personally, I was in the beginning, and I think it's not only me, and it's also a lot of fans who were also doubtful of Coach Wadu earlier in the season, last season. Carlos, I'm good. But you can, when you say you can't hear me, I know you are a bot when you say you can't hear me. You understand? Once I see a person saying I can't hear you on Kick, on wherever, I know you are a bot, because there's no way you cannot hear me. I make sure, man. I make sure. So I know you're probably a bot. So let me just move on. What I was saying is that last season, when we saw Coach Wadu coming into the season, he lost 2 of the games, the 2 opening games. I remember how angry we were when we lost 2 of those games, and we were like, hey, we might be cooked this season. But he was focusing on the MTN8, and I think also this season he might be doing the same thing, as we see that he hasn't already introduced Sebastian Peterson, and also there is what's this Argentinian player that we are also keeping under wraps, not announced also. So it clearly shows that they are taking the MTN8 serious like they did last season. So I think we're going to be investing a lot of energy in the MTN8. But nonetheless, I'm pretty impressed with the standard that Orlando Pirates is currently holding within the PSL league, being number 1 and then actively competing in the MTN8. That's something pretty impressive. For me. So nonetheless, thank you so much, guys, for being here. We have officially passed 20,000 views. I almost said followers. We have officially passed 20,000 views on this live stream, and not only that, officially sitting at 60,000 subscribers. So I'm now sitting at 60k subs. Thank you so much to each and every single one of you guys that have subscribed. I appreciate that very much. Remember that we are live every match day. Some match days we might be late. Some match days I might not be here because of you know, the conflict in business, streaming and business and stuff like that. So but I'm gonna try to be live whenever there is a game. So please subscribe if these are the type of live streams that you would like to be a part of. And yeah, please remember that I'm not an expert at football. I'm just another football fan that is learning football together with you guys. All right, I'm learning football, so I'm not perfect in football. I'm understanding football through these streamings that I'm doing. Hence, I always urge you guys to comment and share your thoughts. So yeah, feel free. That's why I always say feel free when you're here. Do not feel like maybe I might be judgmental. I'm not an expert. I'm very biased. A very biased Orlando Pirates fan, by the way. But yeah, a huge shout out to Luleka, Mekuto, Mekuto. Shout out to Bunaif. Thank you so much to Camila Silva. Thank you so much to Tomo Mas. Yeah, I'll just say that. It's a very long name. Also shout out to Luleka Mekuto. 2 accounts. Thank you so much for engaging with 2 accounts. Thank you so much for that. Bongani Dube, shout out to you for pulling through. Kennedy Chisiba, thank you so much. Oki Mukwena, thank you so much. Lungelo Sibanda, as always, thank you so much for pulling through. Bobin Zeke, shout out to you for pulling through. Zukhe said, hey guys, Zuka, I just say Zuka, hey, it's yeah, you. Shout out to you, and also shout out to Adam for pulling through again after the World Cup. This is one of our moderators, by the way. I was a very active watcher during the World Cup, so shout out to him. So that's how we get moderators. Whoever is more active, we see him over and over again, and is interested in being a moderator. We moderate, I actually moderate. But yeah, One for Soul, shout out to you, and Gerrit Dipoko also. These are the people that have commented. So if I didn't call your name, just know that these are the people that have commented. I'm reading through the top fans of this live stream. So next time you pull through, feel free to share your thoughts, guys. It's a completely safe space. Thank you so much for taking my channel to 60,000 subscribers. Finally, I have reached 60k subs. So I'm gonna set the next goal. But yeah, thank you so much for taking it to 60k. I think I'm just gonna let it roll from now on. I know what I want to reach, but I'm just gonna let it roll. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you guys this weekend for the MTN 8 action. And yeah, good night.